Okay. Talking about dating. And the problem with what's happening online right now is that men seem to be very pressed that women, here's the expression, women sit at finish lines and pick the winners. They sit at the finish line. And I think, yeah, why? And why not? Why not sit at the finish line and pick the winners? You see? Because what does that mean if a person is the winner? They're at the finish line to pick the winners. What does that mean? That means that the person that won put in the work, put in the effort, took the time and the years that it takes to make something of yourself. Why wouldn't a woman opt for a winner that's did the hard work and looked at themselves in the mirror, realized they sucked, and then did something about it, and then improved their lives in a significant way, and then made some money because of it? Why wouldn't a woman choose that guy versus choosing a guy that didn't do those things, hasn't done that, and is just like struggling to make it? Okay? And then the guy that didn't put in the hard work, didn't put in the correct effort, and then is now in the process of struggling, why do men act as if that is more virtuous and is a better man than the guy that's successful? And they blame women for choosing the successful guy. It's like, yeah, no duh. No duh, the guy that made something of himself is better. No duh. Because the guy that hasn't is just, what are they? Excuse makers, complainers. Oh, the world is out to get me. And then they go, well, I don't want a woman who's a gold digger. And it's like, what gold? What are you talking about? And they're like, well, one day when I'm rich or at least put together, I don't want a woman who wasn't with me during the struggle of that. And it's like, you're still in the struggle now. You may never leave it because you complain on the internet about gold diggers. That's where your energy lies. And since you're doing that all day, it's not likely that you're going to make anything of yourself ever. So what, a woman should choose that instead because of your imaginary potential? That's what they should pick? And if that's the case, why put themselves through the turmoil of that? It's going to be a decade or more before you realize that, wow, I'm not that great. I better fucking start really looking at myself introspectively and improve my life in a significant way. Why go through that? Why not go with a man who has already done the work first instead of the guy that may never do it? I don't understand. So, as if it's more virtuous or something. Because what a gamble that is. To be like, oh, well, if there's something to be said where men go, well, if she was with me during the struggle. But most of y'all aren't ever going to leave the struggle. You're just going to struggle forever. And it's not because of the world's just out to get you. It's not because you just weren't given the opportunities. That's not the reason why you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle is because you watch videos about women being gold diggers on the internet. That's why you're going to struggle. That's where you're going to spend your time. You see, that's the problem. You blame others for your own frustrations. And that's why you will struggle forever. And why does that make you a better choice? I think it doesn't. I think it makes you a worse choice. And how that's not painfully obvious to these people blows my mind. It blows my mind. And I feel like if you were just to take for 5 seconds maybe, stop blaming women for wanting to do better for themselves and instead point that energy inward and just do better for yourself, then maybe you'd be the candidate that women would like. Maybe then you would be suitable. But no way. No, it's women's fault. What the fuck? I don't know, man. I've been just seeing this, and it's like a bad record, broken record, where it's just going the same thing. Women want the winners, women want the winners, women want the winners. And it's like, yeah, no, duh. Of course they do. What? So you're mad at them for that? What? And it's always the losers talking about it. It's like, oh, I want a housewife. With what house, though? What? How? Where? Where is it? Show me the deed. Because if you don't have one, what are you talking about, housewife? What do you mean? I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. I feel like everybody's crazy. And I'm just looking at it like, what is this? How do y'all not see that you're the issue? I don't know. Yeah, and that's like they want beautiful women. And that's the other thing. You got guys that are straight up losers that think they should date Victoria's Secret models or something. That not just date, but deserve. And it's like, why would any woman be with you? Let alone a woman that we all universally agree that this girl's bad. You know what I mean? The whole world agrees. And when she's going to be with you. Because you watch men's podcasts that just are mad at women. You know what I mean? You're that guy. And I just, what are you talking about? And I hope they listen. You know, I post this shit. I know I'm getting a little bit of a glare, a shadow, whatever. But I post this shit. I say, yo, you should take that frustration and use it as a compass to do the hard thing in your life. Because at that compass that frustration, you think it's aimed at women for choosing better men than you. You think you're mad at women, but really you're confused and you're mad at yourself for not having done the hard thing yet to put you in the category of men that would be eligible for beautiful women that want to date. How about that? That's the thing. You're just pointed in the wrong direction. Your compass needs a little calibration is all. Your frustration's in the wrong way, right? You're not really mad at women. You're just mad at yourself because you're just not there yet. Because men can be very unfortunately ugly and still pull a baddie. You just gotta work hard. That's it. That's all it takes. Make some fucking money. And once you become a man that is successful, once you become a man that's like, oh, word, do you know who that guy is? Then you get the women that you want. So are you mad at women for choosing better men? Or are you mad at yourself for not being better? Because you get a big choice about being successful or not. You can try a few different things until you figure it out. But I think it's just that men are simply want to be lazy. They just want to be lazy. Let's just be lazy, do nothing, play fucking Madden all day, and then be mad that women are gold diggers. What the fuck are you talking about? Your player scorecard isn't gold that can be dug. What do you mean? What gold? What gold? Whoo, crazy stuff. Now I'm getting shined. Hang on a second. Let me move the couch a little bit out of the sunlight before I blind myself. All right. Yeah. Okay. That's better. Jeez Louise. What gold is all I'm trying to say. Let's get a little closer. Let's get a little more intimate here. Something like that. Is that better? It's better for me. Is it better for you? Bonjour. If they want submissive working housewives, yeah, that also pays half the rent. And that's what I think is is it getting to that point? Is it getting to the point where men don't really want women anymore? They just want roommates that they can hook up with on their leisure time? Is that what it really is? Do they just want women to pay half their life? And because here's the thing. Okay, listen. You're in a long-term couple, whatever. Times is hard. Something went down. Maybe you're trying to get back on your feet, and you guys are, Maybe she's helping you out financially just to get you over a rough patch in life. That is way the fuck different than a man that is just like going out into the world and looking to find a woman to pay for half his shit. You see what I'm saying? There's one thing is like, I'm dating so that I can get my rent paid. That's the problem. That's the issue. It's not like your wife of 20 years is like helping you out financially because you made a risky move in business and now you're trying to get restabilized. That's fucking different. What I'm seeing now is that I swear to God, it seems like men just want to date women because they're going to pay for it all. I know girls right now that have boyfriends that are watching my live right now that they just pay for everything. The girls make money online in various ways. And then the boyfriend doesn't work at all. And he just collects on that like a pimp or something. You get what I'm saying? Like that's their boyfriend, you know? There's nothing wrong with having that kind of business. There's nothing wrong with doing these things. But I swear to God, it's the hottest women with the boyfriends that don't have a job at all. And then the girls are just paying for all their shit together. And I'm like, what kind of fucking man? You're so useless. What are you doing? You know do you guys see what I'm saying? I feel like men are just dating women so that the women can pay their shit. Like they're looking at women as a resource rather than making something of themselves. They're looking at women as a resource. And that's crazy. That's just crazy. But it's happening. And even if it's not like anything, it's not like that egregious. It's more like, well, we should move in together because if we move in, then I can get my rent down from $2,300 a month to $1,300 a month because we can split it, right? You know, or $1,150 a month. So because we can split it, right? Like I feel like men start doing that math with women, and then what happens? What then happens? What happens? You guys move in together because two can live for the price of one. Sure, you cook together, how cute. But then y'all break up. He can't even afford his own house anymore because y'all broke up. What kind of man is that? Date a man that has a house already, or an apartment at least, God. And a car already, at least, God. He can afford it all by himself. First, not, well, we can combine and we can get on this car payment together and we can both share the car. That sounds terrible. What a joke that is. Hello, how are you? The sad thing is this. I know the economy, it has ups and downs. Times are hard sometimes. I get that. It is what it is. Okay? I've certainly been there before in my life, a time or two, Just because I'm up right now doesn't mean that I don't empathize. I do. But I don't think that men should look at women as a full-time resource for the rest of their life. I think that if they have a ride or die girlfriend and it's just a short-term temporary thing and that's for real, you mean that, then okay, she can help you out a little bit. That's fine. But I don't think that's what's happening. I think men are just straight up looking for women with good credit so they can qualify for a home loan. And I think they're just fucking using girls for real. I think they for real are. You got that good credit. If you got over a 700 credit score, you can be my wife. I think that's for real what's happening. Because they're irresponsible themselves. They won't take responsibility for themselves at all. And they're just looking for a mommy to co-sign on that apartment. That's for real happening. And what a tragedy. How useless are you as a man? What a tragedy. That's very well. It's been single for long. Can you do a house tour? I would. I might one day, like on a YouTube video or something. I'll do it on YouTube. Follow my YouTube. I'll do it on a YouTube video one day. Right now, you guys are literally wired. I got you guys because my phone's gonna die. I got this other phone over here. It's all wired. But you can I'll do it's like that. So it's like a 2-story upstairs house, 5-bedroom, 5-bath house in Beverly Hills. I have a nice area, nice place, pool outside, all green, gardeners everywhere. It's nice. It's nice. If I can turn you around without disconnecting, it's sunset right now, so I have like an archway. You can see kind of over the ridge there. And then there's just like a pool area and stuff and grill outside. One day I'll do like the full thing, like on my YouTube one day. Just follow me over there and one day I will. Okay. Never again. Opa! Hello. Hello, guys. Hello, everyone. So the sun is setting, which normally I prefer, but I'm just getting blasted. Like, you can see I'm holding, like there's a ring light holding my cameras up. You can see the shadows of my phones. Do you see that? And I'm just getting blasted, so I'm kind of like turning it this way. Anyways. Okay. I'm going to start streaming more on YouTube. To be honest with you, I haven't super figured that platform out. But what I'm going to start doing is like a Q&A thing on YouTube. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start doing it like that. Because now I'm doing Q&A here, which is like I read and then that's fine. But I promise you, I'm going to make it like more like a production. So it's going to be more like a, guests come on, you can talk to me, whatever. I'm still going to do like an intro and then I'm making it cool. I'm gonna make it dope. I'm gonna do it like these lives, and then I'm just gonna do it on YouTube. If you want to follow me over there, that's where the show's gonna be. But I'll still stream here too, of course. Hello, guys. How are you gonna get a wife? I don't know. If the right one comes along, maybe I will. Where are you located? I'm in Beverly Hills. Love your hair curly. Yeah, thanks. I was like, my hair is naturally hella curly like this. My mother has ringlet curls like from the 80s, like this, like just ringlet curls like that. In the 80s, you would have to get a perm, and people would have killed for that hair. That's what she had. But then later, I think it became like straighter. People like straight hair or whatever. My father has hair straight as a board. But I definitely, as I gotten older, the curly has taken over big time. Yes, Hazel. Why are you watching you? Well, I'm not sure why you're watching me, but I hope you enjoy the show. Just hiring us. Are you religious? I was raised religious. I was raised in the Bible Belt state in South Carolina, and I was raised Southern Baptist. But I went to church. I kind of moved away from that stuff now as it seems like I'm getting more into it now. Religion for me has just been like my whole life. I don't know why. I think you need to find her out of California. You think so? You think I should date out of California? I love when you hop onto Shira's lives. Oh yeah. I like Shira. She's funny. I think people don't recognize how funny she is. She like slides in like low key jokes. I know it's a show for women, whatever, and it is what it is. I don't watch all the episodes, but I do pop in there from time to time. I think she's great. She's funny. I'll go in there and just bless a little bit, sprinkle in there a little bit. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Hopefully they'll cook and clean too. Yeah. If a man pays for everything, buys her stuff, takes her out on nice trips, dinners, pays all the bills, what does that man get in return? Jimmy asks. Okay, Jimmy, let me tell you something. When you start talking about what do I get in return from a woman, the thing is you wouldn't, if she wasn't a woman, you wouldn't even be dealing with it in the first place. Do you see? She is already what you want. You see? Jimmy, don't you see? You already want the woman. She doesn't have to bring additional stuff, like extra stuff on top of that. You already want the woman. Does that make sense? And so since that woman is already what you want, she doesn't have to come up with an armful of stuff to also add. She just the value is already there. It's already intrinsic. And if that by itself isn't enough to you, it certainly is enough to someone else. And by the way, it's a seller's market. She's the one that has the autonomy to choose the best candidate. You see what I'm saying? So if you want to impress her with all your lifestyle and do all these things, she's already the thing that you want. She's what you want. She doesn't have to bring extra stuff. Does that make sense? You see what I'm saying? Jimmy. And if let me say something else to you, Jimmy, because you follow me and I appreciate that. But if you're looking at women like, okay, yeah, I do want women, but I want extra stuff, maybe you're not super into women. You see what I'm saying? Because for me, I just like having women around. Like when I travel, I went to Venice, and I brought women. It was dope too, by the way. I like just having a woman around. It just makes whatever I'm doing like cooler. I'll bring women to do all kinds of stuff. Ski trips, gun ranges. I just like it. I just like the ambiance around me. And that to me is worth the double cost. Does that make sense? It's better than being lonely. I like it when the girls are around. Now, there's also time for my boys. That's appreciate that too. But I also like my boys around, and we're around women too. And I don't expect them to pay for shit because I'm going anyways. So you want to come? Sure, yeah, I'll come. Yeah, come. It's all me. Don't worry. I like that. I like them just being there. Does that make sense? I don't need them to stack on stuff on top. The exchange is that they're there. You feel me? That's good enough for me. I like when they're around. You get me? That's the point. Okay. So, Jimmy, I hope that answers your question. I don't have no problem treating a woman like a queen. All I need is 3 things for a woman: love, loyalty, respect. That's all I'm asking for. Yeah, but Jimmy, you can get that anyways. You see what I'm saying? She doesn't need to bring extra stuff to the table. And by the way, what are you measuring? When you ask a woman what she's bringing to the table, what do you need a woman to bring to the table? If you need women to bring you stuff, like things that you can get, then you're not able to do it yourself. That's the problem. You should already be a complete man, financially, spiritually, emotionally, everything. And then the women is an addition. A woman is an addition too, you see. And it's a necessary addition. A good woman will give you strength, I swear to God. However, you need to be complete first, then bring the women in. And they don't need to bring anything, just the presence. Women being around is dope. By itself is dope. You see what I'm saying? And by the way, if you're a man to be respected, she will bring respect and loyalty. No woman's going to be cheating on a guy that she respects. I'll tell you that right now, bro. That's just not possible. It's when they don't respect you is when you got to watch out. And if you're a man that's about it, and you're put together, and you're an established, well put together man, it's very hard to not respect those guys. So if she respects you, she's not going to be cheating on you. I'll tell you that. Let's see. How to tell a man that I don't want. How do I? Millennial Cat Mom says, Maggie says, how do I tell a man that I don't want to do 50-50 in the most feminine way possible? Listen, Maggie. If you're showing up correctly, let your hair down, put a brush through it, at least some dry shampoo. God, beat your face, put it together, get a little heel going. And that by itself should communicate, I don't do 50-50. And if it doesn't, you're not doing enough. Maybe get them brows teased or whatever. Okay? And you come in that way, the presentation itself should speak for itself. And that's it. If you have to say it, then you've already lost. You see, the game's over. If you have to explain it to the guy, then he's not the guy for you. You feel me? So just the presentation says it without saying it. Yeah, put some dry shampoo in, Maggie. Let your hair down. Put a brush through it once, twice. And then that part will be enough to communicate that. Promise you, Maggie, that's the most feminine way, is saying it without saying it. Jesus brows, that's right. Hi, how are you? Hi, hello. Before I jump into the dating scene again, I need to work on myself first. Yeah, no doubt. That's the issue. That's the issue with most guys. The thing is like, the guys want that fucking gratification first and foremost before they do anything with their lives. They need validation from a woman. And I think, and don't get me wrong, I've been there. I was a young man. I understand. And but my point is like, what makes you think anybody should love you at all? You see what I'm saying? Like, for what? And if you have to think about that, and you're like, you can't go, well, I'm dope actually. Like I've done something with myself. I've put myself in this position in my life that I'm proud of. And if you can't really answer that question like that, then maybe you're just not ready to date. Maybe you should spend the time working on yourself to make yourself that dope guy that you would admire. And then through that process, will you then find a woman? How about that? I think that's going to be the best possible approach. Because here's the thing. Here's why. Let me tell you, Jimmy, before you go. The reason why women like successful guys isn't just the success, because women don't really have a great handle on the finances per se. They don't need to know the exact amount in your bank account so that they can determine your value. That's not really what they mean by wanting successful guys. Women want successful guys because of the characteristics that come with a man being successful. You say what you mean what you say, you communicate well, but more than that, you're about your business. You're not pestering her all the time. You're not pestering girls all the time. Hey, what's up? What are you up to? What's the move tonight? Rich guys don't do that shit. Why? Because the characteristics that come with being a success. If you're a guy if you are successful, you've developed habits and traits that make you successful, and it's not like the guys that are not successful. The guys that are not successful have a lot of time on their hands. They're on Tinder. They're dating 2 or 5 girls at a time because they got nothing else going on. You see what I'm saying? There's no integrity there. Do you understand? So by being a success, you have to make yourself into a success, and those characteristics come along the way, and that is what is attractive. I hope that helps. What do rich men look for in a woman? Well, if you're a rich guy, you gotta be pretty. If you're a woman trying to date rich guys, you gotta be attractive. Like shake the room attractive. Hang on a second, let me turn the lights on. Now the sun's setting, you can't see anything. Okay, I'm gonna have to adjust my seated position here. Let me move on over to the side. Okay, there we go. Now you can see me, now I can see you better. Okay, if you're wanting to date rich guys, you gotta be attractive, man. You gotta be a shake the room attractive. Like everybody's like, oh shit, because the men are kind of judged on the company that they keep with women. Like if socially, because at a certain level of money, not much really matters anymore. Like you're going to places that just generally successful guys are there and all that stuff. What really matters to women is that what really matters to rich men is that they just have a woman with them that is like shows the world that he's a man worth being with, you see? And that's not necessarily for everyone else. That's just a perk. Hey, but I'm just saying a man that's worked hard to make something of himself wants a woman that he has to work hard on himself to get. Does that make sense? That means you got to be shake the room pretty. And it's a tough reality, but is what it is. No guy will be with a girl without looks. Yeah, well. Okay. Hello from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I used to go to Chattanooga all the time when I was a kid. I know that neck of the woods. Okay, that's true. The beautiful women will choose successful guys, but poor guys want that pretty woman. Yeah. It's kind of a cart before the horse situation. Do guys like girls that are intelligent? Yes, guys do like girls who are intelligent, but not confrontational and challenging. Like, here's the thing. For me personally, I like a woman who challenges me to think about things and see things maybe that I didn't see on my own. Because I have blind spots. I'm a man, I'm stupid sometimes. So good women in my life in the past, even now, will help me see things that I didn't even think about before. I go, word, I didn't think about that. And then that helps me see better. You understand? So you need intelligence to be able to have that perceptive ability, okay? And then be able to communicate that. But you must be able to communicate that in a way that is not confrontational or argumentative. Because the last thing that I want to do is come home and argue with anyone, let alone a woman who's living under my roof that I pay for, you see. That's not what's happening. I don't have anybody that lives with me now, but I'm just saying you asked. Intelligence is great as long as it's not confrontational. Nobody wants to fight all the time about things, even if you're right. You have to be able to. You have to be intelligent enough to be able to communicate that in a way to a man that it's not. Now you're arguing about something that you may even be right about, but now y'all arguing. Why are you arguing? You see, you got to be smart enough to have that helpful insight be smoothly communicated so they receive it well. Okay, smart but not confrontational. What does shake the room pretty means? If you have to ask Yasmin, you're not there. Sorry. Stay feminine. Yeah, talking wise too. Yes. my white king. You look handsome in white. Thank you. Good days and bad though. Your roof or our roof? Well. Sure says stay unbothered. Yeah, sure. What are your thoughts about first dates halfway, or he's asking me to go to his place? I don't know what you mean by halfway. Like meet between houses halfway at some diner or something? What do you mean, Carmen? Hello guys. Meeting, yes. Well, okay, here's the thing, Carmen. If you're going out with a man on a first date, let's be real for a second. You're going to shave just in case. I know, but just in case. You never know. So if both of y'all are driving 30 minutes each to the halfway location, where's that just in case thing going to happen, Carmen? Let's be real. It was an everything shower. Let's be real. So if you're meeting all the way halfway, the logistics don't really line up for if the date goes great. You know what I mean by great, goes great? So maybe it's better for you to go further so then you can kind of see how neighborhood he lives in, stuff like that. Just in case it goes great. Because it was an everything shower, remember? We all know you shaved anyways, Carmen, just in case. Can't walk up with hairy knees, can you? You want to kind of see the neighborhood, get the lay of the land. If it goes great. Just say it. Hello. Do you plan on getting married? Yeah, one day. The right one comes along. You never know. Is Malibu a nice place to have a date in Southern California? Yeah. It's cool. I mean, I live in Beverly Hills, so going to Malibu is that's a journey. That's a day trip. So I don't go there much, but yeah, it's nice if you go. Do you want kids? Yeah. But why do men look but not approach? Oh man, that's actually a growing concern. Actually, a lot of young men are not. I think it's because of social media, whatever. But they're not really learning to approach women out in public. It's easier to slide in the DMs because the rejection's not you don't really feel it. You can kind of blah, 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 and just shoot it off, and that's the way you communicate now. Which I'm not necessarily saying is a bad thing per se. But what's happening is there's this erosion of in-person social skills. And I don't know about you guys, but literally anybody I meet under the age of 25, very rarely do they have more than the attention span of a gnat. I mean, it's very hard. I want to be like, hey, pay attention. But it's crazy. I think that because it's so easy, that there's no real reason to ever have to develop the skill to walk and speak to a stranger. And I think as a problem, that can be a problem for a man. Not so much for women, whatever. It's always kind of been the same. But for men, if they can just do this, why ever develop the skills of walking up to a stranger and not being so fucking weird off the jump? And so I think that can be an issue a little bit. It's causing a lot of anxiety and the inability to overcome that anxiety through practice out of necessity, because there's no real necessity anymore if they can just snap you. You get what I'm saying? That's an issue. So young men are definitely having a problem with approaching women. It's like going to bars are pointless if you're young, because it's like, why go out at all? I'm not going to approach a girl anyways. You see, like they think they might. They're going to. It's like the untapped potential thing. They're going to muster up the courage to do it, but push comes to shove, they're not going to do shit. So it's kind of an issue, to be honest. It's a growing issue, actually. It's a good point. They don't know what the world was like without cell phones. Yeah, but can you blame them? It's not that it's a problem that they don't know what the world was like before cell phones, but at the same time, cell phones are here to stay. So maybe the world just needs to evolve, and that's just the way it is now. But I do think it's causing men to be able to it's causing them to take less risks in their life, because they're insulated hella from risk. If it comes to, I mean, for me, if it was about, if you wanted a woman, you have to go out into the world and get one. You know, you had to go meet one in person, and that was hard. And like even walking up to a stranger and talking to them, including the fact that they're gonna be like, no thanks, like they can break your damn little heart right there. But you push through that sort of thing anyway, because if you didn't, the alternative was despair, loneliness. You know what I'm saying? It's not ideal to not practice and try. But now the landscape's changed a little bit. I'm not sure if it's better or worse yet, so it's hard to speculate on it. At a glance, I want to say, well, it's worse because, you know, you're not, it's breeding a lot of men that don't have any balls to do anything in life. But maybe this is just what life is now, so you don't really need it. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to say. Okay, 21 years old, dating a man who has an extremely toxic family. Any advice? Well, Yiko, I would say that if you're going to marry that man, you're going to very much be a part of that family. And you need to know if you're going to learn to live with that now. But you're 21. The likelihood that you're going to marry this guy is nil anyways. I mean, maybe. But if you do marry him, you got to live with that family. That mother-in-law is going to move in when push comes to shove. So consider that long term. Don't go near the family. You can't just not go near the family. Hard. So, let's see. So where rich guys hang out, I don't think many people are like leaving the house anymore. Rich guys will still do the socialite stuff. Guys that have like, I don't know, all the time in the world. They made something of themselves. Now they have all the time in the world. They want to enjoy it. So they're going out. They're still partying and stuff like that. They're going to the high end places though. The places that are exclusive. That's typically, I don't know where you live. I don't know where your city is, but that's where they're at. You can guess, but you got to go out there because you're not fucking Rapunzel. You got to get out there too. And a man's not going to just gallop up to your tower and then just, say, hey, I'm here. That's not how it works. You got to get out, put yourself out in the world. So put yourself in the places where you imagine successful guys hang out, and you're probably right. You probably imagine the right place. Hello, everyone. Do rich men do background checks on who they date? I don't think men do background checks on women. I think women do background checks on men, and they should. But I don't think that men do background checks on women because they don't really care. Men don't really feel that threatened necessarily with women. So they're not like super concerned. Like women are doing background checks on guys because they want to make sure they're not dating a serial killer or some sort of sex offender or something like that. Fair enough. But men aren't like concerned of those things about women so much. They probably fucking should be, to be honest. But they're just not. So they just typically don't. But now that you're asking, maybe you're the red flag, and you should be background checked. I won't tell anybody though. Write me today. I might. I've had men look me up on LinkedIn. Yeah, LinkedIn's different though. That's not a background check. I mean, it's like a little check, but. Morning from Indonesia. Good morning. I had a guy do one to make me sure I went to an Ivy. Oh, I had a guy do a background check on me to make sure that I went to an Ivy League. So weird. Yeah, I mean, girls like cap a little bit about stuff like that. But like, most guys aren't really concerned about that till later. They might be concerned about that later. But like when y'all dating, first 1 to 3 dates, and you can tell guys whatever. I'm sure you girls have. Show of hands, how many of you girls have gone out with like girlfriends and like just told guys whatever, just for fun? Oh, I'm a doctor, or I'm a lawyer, and I know girls that were going out and telling guys the most radical stuff, just crazy off the wall shit, just to see what guys would like accept or believe. You get what I'm saying? Like just to see, and you would be fucking shocked. You could say the most wild, asinine, off the wall, made up profession, and guys would be like, "Huh, wow, that sounds really interesting. Do you like it? Do you like it?" Like that. That's for real how it would go. and so, try it. Just go out and try it. Tell them you're a kangaroo engineer or some shit. Just some rocket surgeon. And just some guys can be like, whoa, oh yeah? Wow. You will be amazed what men tolerate to try to get them cheeks. These cheeks, of course. You'll be surprised. Just do it for fun. See if they're even listening. Just make it up. And then after like date 3 or 4, okay, maybe they're going to background check you and call you on your shit. But yeah, whatever. You'll be shocked though. It's not even a real job. Yeah. So you like it? Yeah. Let's see here. How do you know if a guy just wants to sleep with us versus date? Here's the thing, Missy. Here's the thing. They all just want to sleep with you. Okay, and you know what? That's fine. So what if men want to sleep with you? I hope they do. There's got to be an attraction there. If they don't want to sleep with you first, there's something wrong. You see what I mean? Like you should hope that the man wants to sleep with you first. Because if he didn't want to sleep with you first, then you're going, hey, wait a minute, why are you hanging out with me? Am I getting scammed or something? Are you going to trick me? Is this some Tinder swindler shit? If they don't want to sleep with you first, they're the Tinder swindler. That's it. They should naturally want to sleep with you first. If they don't, there's something wrong that's way worse. I promise you. All right? So, so let's just get that out the way, Missy, that they do want to sleep with you first. Okay? But then, if you're dope to be around and good to sleep with, and then you guys spend time together and he starts to like you more than also that, then it's all, you get the whole package. And then they'll want to spend more time with you. Because let me tell you, I've slept with girls that are the worst. I want to sleep with them, but they're the worst. And then it's like there's a cost-benefit analysis that happens in my head. But they don't last very long because they're the worst. You see? So they do want to sleep with you first and foremost. Fine. But then there's all the extra stuff that they want to keep you around for more. You see? Does that make sense, Missy? Don't be mad that men want to sleep with you. I hope they do. If they don't, something's wrong. It's way worse if they don't want to at first, okay? Trust me. Does weight matter to an extent? Yes. What did I say earlier? Rich men want pretty women. And weight fucking matters. Sorry. And if you have a thyroid problem or something, especially sorry. But and that's something, Yiko, that you can control. That is in the realm of your control. All right? So I don't want any shit about this. If you can control it, then it's your fault that you're not in shape. That's it. And rich guys want pretty girls. And pretty girls are in shape. The end, that's all. You can't just be don't give a fuck, eat everything, never exercise, don't care at all about your appearance, and think that rich guys are going to find you attractive. That's incorrect. You must do what you're supposed to do to make your appearance improve. What? And by the way, so does everyone. Men too. Same thing. Don't think you're exempt from that, especially if you're not one of God's favorites, because then you're not exempt from that, and you must do something about it. Okay? So if it's in your control, I don't want to hear it. You gotta look good, Yiko. You gotta do something. Put on some lip gloss or at least a liner. and get yourself some layers cut in, and maybe some highlights and some lowlights. You know, gussy it up a bit. Be responsible for your appearance. It's important. And weight matters. Not some layers. Yeah. Add some layers. Cut it in. Get you some square round nails. Get some bubble bath going. I mean, that's some basic bitch shit done. Whatever. You're responsible. You must make an effort to look good. Hello. Those layers, that's right. You need your own show. I know. I agree. I need my own show too. I think that I can be funny and entertaining, but I don't know. I've talked to some guys about shows and they're like, well, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. Because I got a lot of people that don't fuck with me. There's a lot of people that think I'm a misogynist. There's a lot of people that think I'm a simp. I'm like, which is it? Which is it? But I don't know. I'm controversial, I guess. Sunny face. Well, good days and bad, but I'll take it. Thank you. I would agree, but guys don't have any clue how expensive it truly is. Yeah, well, you know, life's expensive. Things cost. It is what it is. You know. That's why, as a gift, sometimes I'll just be like, yeah, go get your nails done. It's all me. Go get it done, boo boo. Get out of my hair for once. I'm just kidding. You're all of the above in the best possible way. Well, fair enough. Good and bad. I mean, how do guys feel about you? How do guys feel about you if you sleep around without them on the first night? Oh, wait, hang on. How do guys feel about you if you sleep without them on the first night? Sierra, I think you mean if you don't sleep with them on the first night? Is that what you mean? Say that again. I'll read it again. You can make your own podcast. Yeah, well. Yeah, that's probably true, Glory. Who are you? What do you do on here? Well, my name's up there, right at the top. I'm just a guy on the internet. I don't know. Are you Christian? I was raised Christian, actually. How do guys feel about you if you sleep with them on the first night? Do they lose respect for you? Well, it depends. I've slept with girls first night that ended up being 2-year-long relationships. I mean, it just depends. It's a case-by-case basis. Guys should try to sleep with you. That's kind of the point, right? But girls will oftentimes say, oh no, because I want you to work for it a little bit. Here's the thing. You should, as a woman, you should make the guy work for it a little bit. You should. If it's a low effort, no big deal, easy thing, then that's how you're going to be treated for the rest of the relationship. Trust me. But don't make it frustratingly, annoyingly overcomplicated. If there's too many hoops, men are going to lose interest, I promise you. But a little weight is okay. Okay? You can contain yourself. The men will try a couple more times. All right? Just make them wait a little bit. Trust. All right? It is a case-by-case situation. Exactly. Facts. Okay. Listen, guys, that is my time. It's been a blast. I will be on again soon. Follow me on Instagram. I'm going to start doing live Q&As on YouTube soon. So add me there. All my lives are posted there too. Thanks again for joining me. We'll see you again next time. See you later. Instagram, TikTok. Bye, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.